section. So like her insides are hanging out over here, and I can see them.
Oh no, Steve!
I'm like, this is.
You know what? I baited. I guess that's my fault.
No, that's fair. No, we're all family. Look, I don't mind sharing my stories. I mean, to an extent, and it was one of those moments where, and in that moment, as I'm standing there and I'm looking at my new son, and my wife's crying. Trying not to get sick, and she's cut open, and like I said, I can see all that. And then it's at the same moment, I get a text from one of my friends asking about the baby's manhood size. And I'm like, this is my life.
That's a beautiful. Like, how much fun is that?
I know. I'm like, this is all happening right now.
How much fun is that?
Yeah, this is all happening.
So
right
that
now.
was your cross section moment.
That was the moment where I'm like, this is now it's a party.
Okay. Oh, right. So we'll leave it there.
It was good. Yeah, we've got home. We got home yesterday. Thank you to everybody who sent us text and messages, and thank you to people. I think Paula sent me something to the studio, which was amazing, incredible. I mean, we've got some nice stuff, and what was sent in a package was about as nice as anything we got. So I was like,
I heard you describe it, and I'll say this too, people. This is just one of my kind of a serious, joking on air compliment of Steve. I know people who receive packages in the mail, and it's surprise gifts, and it has a bow on it, so it's a gift, right? I've seen people grab the gift and be focused on the gift. Steve, to his credit, he put the gift to the side, he opened the card, he took his time and read the card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, really. That's
sure.
I noticed that. And had you tore straight into the package, Steve, I was going to snitch on you.
Yes,
and I was going to tell your wife, and I was going to say, you know what, people? If you don't hear much from me and Steve anymore, it's because he's a package opener first.
That is true. That is true. No, it was cool, man. People have really spent a lot of time to say congratulations and send us stuff, and we really appreciate all of it. So it's cool, man. So now now it's time to move on. We're at the next stage of life.
So you're back in the studio. What did you miss the most?
Well, I missed. Well, just football season, man. I mean, just
daily.
By the way, I have a few updates. My first week of sports gambling, I'm up $50. I won. I put in.
That's a good way to open
a 6-team parlay, a 3 and 2 3-teamers, and 1 3-teamer. I put in X amount of money, and after the loss I took on the other 2 and the win on my other one, I'm up $50 after 1 week. Hey.
Everybody wins the first week, Steve.
I took Rutgers.
Look, that's how they bait you into sports guides. Purposely make you win on the first week.
I took West Virginia over Tennessee by 10. Yeah, I knew they was gonna bust them. And then
they sure did.
They did though, man. It's gonna take him. It's gonna take him a little bit. West Virginia's ready to go right now. I took Rutgers up 16.5, and I took FIU. Thank you for IU for sucking. Only winning by 10.
Brian Hall in the booth. Brian, what's going on, my man?
I'm trying to get ready for some football tonight. You were getting ready for the Louisville game on Saturday, but the NFL kicks off tonight with the Eagles and Falcons. So, to my mind, it's fantasy football season, and that kicks off tonight. And I got a player I got to watch tonight.
Okay, get it.
Well, since we're all just kind of catching up on our football fixes, I hesitated during the morning drive to even say this, right? But it was an emotional moment, and I made people live vicariously through you. I told Brian yesterday, we're going to have to just dedicate a webcam to Brian, too, because I think it's time for people to start seeing. Like, I can put up on our YouTube channel, people, We Are Made for the Ville. Go to YouTube, We Are Made for the Ville, and subscribe. You want to be a part of this channel. I said, we're going to put a screen with Brian in the corner of the YouTube channel, just so people can see what he's up to.
No, that's fair.
And I do have our Twitters, listed there. Point being, we all live vicariously through each other. I have my marriage through you. You know what I'm saying? I have my young wildlife through Brian. And I got this one, and I want to share. I got a text message this morning
Okay.
It's very simple, very sweet, but I almost broke down and cried.
Okay.
How many tickets you need tonight for Monday night, Dad?
Oh. Mm-hmm. It's fair.
I woke up and got a text message at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
How many tickets do you need for Monday night, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh my God, my baby.
yeah, that's solid, man. That's a good story.
Yeah, right. I was saying it's a very short story.
Yeah.
But it's just
Monday night. Monday
night.
Monday night.
You see what I'm saying? Like Monday night, Dad.
Coming after Sam Darnold. Trying to shut that career down early.
Sam, give my baby an extension.
I know.
give my baby 2 picks and give him an extension.
No, that's incredible, man. Because like
you get the emotion of that one too.
Well, absolutely,
yeah, you're just
absolutely.
like, wow.
Because we've often joked. I mean, with my son playing football, I always kind of use your son as a measuring stick in a way, which is kind of harsh.
Listen, he was a lineman at that age.
I'm like, yeah, sure, you know.
No, he really was.
I believe it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had that big old X on the back.
Yeah. You're not. That's my son's measuring stick. Well, you're not as good as Jalen. Well, okay.
Right. No.
Here, take it the positive. You don't have to sit at home and listen to Booger McFarland talk about your son.
Oh, you're going right. Okay, I was gonna say Monday Night Football opener.
I was gonna say you didn't understand when he said how many tickets do you need?
Yeah, that's fair.
It means going.
I'm not really sure about my plans on Monday night.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I've got going on either.
Smiles would kill both of y'all.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, no, all those trips we made to Knoxville and Rocky Top.
Yep.
No, I got dibs.
Nah, yeah, I'd say he earned this one.
Just this one.
Yeah, this one.
Right, but you get the point.
Now Dallas.
Yeah, Smiles.
Yeah,
time to negotiate.
Come on, dude. Come on, help me out.
Right,
help me help you.
But you get the point.
No, that is cool, man.
That was awesome.
Very awesome, dude. See, a lot of things going on. Also, while I was gone, I'm really, really excited about the stadium expansion. It looked awesome. It looked really awesome. I didn't get to go, obviously, but I seen pictures, saw pictures, whatever, and I cannot wait for Saturday night. Like I can't. I've never been more excited about a home opener that was against Indiana, an Indiana State caliber team.
Golly.
But there's so much I want to see. I mean, there's so much and we'll get into all this.
Look, thank goodness you're back in here because Brian has been doing his best to keep the spirit alive. But here's the thing. Brian also has other jobs to do back there.
Right.
And sometimes the glass blocks our energy, Steve. But here's the thing. I feel like I'm being that guy when I say, y'all aren't pumped about a closed stadium chairback Adidas 3-stripe logo. Like like you weren't in here yesterday, and I do a better job of watching my language when I'm around you.
Fair.
But here's the thing, man. I'm like, I just want to shake people and say, how many other schools are opening up the nicest stadium in college football? Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. One of the nicest 2 stadiums in college football.
Right.
Like, think about it. On Saturday, do you know a university that's opening up their own stadium or a new version of their stadium?
I know. I don't believe so.
Right?
Right.
Oh, we're not going to learn anything till Florida State.
Oh, I totally disagree with that, but we'll talk about that. Yeah, I know. I think you'll learn a lot Saturday.
Stadium stuff.
Well, yeah, but just the stadium stuff alone. I mean, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be kind of a new feel. I do think
excited to get the people out there too.
I know.
They deserve it,
and I think people will. It's a night game. We enjoy that. You got the next 2 that are at night after Indiana State, Western. And I do think you'll learn a lot. I think there is a lot to learn from these games, but most off, man, just getting in there, having a good time, everybody kind of coming back together.
And the new
Jalen Withers will be in the house, by the way.
The new value menus.
Just throwing that out there.
We'll talk about that later.
J-Dog.
That's my number one.
I know. He'd be in the
What
house.
he just said, people. My number one guy. My new. My little early running for man crush of the year.
Yeah.
It's Jalen Withers, right? He'll be there.
Yeah.
But the
Mini E5.
Not yet.
It's close. I can see it.
You got to earn it
He
though.
kind of looks like Earl.
You-
I can see it.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it. Stadium.
Yeah.
Maybe you really can get people in early. Like maybe the value meal thing. Because here's the thing. Let's not act like these little things aren't taken into consideration. I'm at the game. I'm tailgating, right?
Yep.
I have to fill up on more value wings, more value burgers.
Yeah.
Because by the time I get into the stadium, historically, I'm not paying
No.
top dollar for the food inside the stadium.
Absolutely not.
People should know these things went into consideration. Why don't we have people in the stadium? Because why am I going to go in the stadium an hour early? You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to go in there early, get in my seat, be hungry when I can just sit right by this little grill or this little tailgate area and sit here and eat until my belly's like about to explode, then go into the stadium.
Go in, yeah.
Yeah, now you actually are presenting the public with an option. Like, no, you can go hot dog yourself as much as you can stand in the stadium.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they added all that. Then of course they're doing the happy hour before the game, and they're going to be giving $3 beers throughout, and you can get $2 up on the Norton Terrace. Yeah. So I mean, we don't pay. Don't act like that. I don't care. I worked hard to get there, so I'm okay with saying that. I'm eating for free. I cannot wait. The cuisine.
Don't do that, Steve.
Rocco.
Don't do that.
And Kenny and the guys will
We've
have.
elevated everybody into sweet level status, and you're gonna say, yeah, your sweets are sweet, but our sweets are.
I'm so bougie. I remember back in the day, man. I'd be with my guy Jeremy. We'd be down, and we were like, look. I mean, I was like, I don't want to sit up in the media suite. When I first started getting credentials,
right.
Kenny Klein was so good to me, let me in probably way before I deserved to be there. And I would be down on the field in the rain. I didn't care. I was like, yes, this is where I want to be. And now I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what they're eating Saturday night.
Steve is like, yeah, Marcus, I'm over here by McDonald's. Can you pick me up so we can park right next to the elevators?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude. I don't play, man. I don't walk to the stadium anymore.
Steve has umbrellas now.
I still walk. I still walk, man. That's my one thing I do love. I still love my walk to the stadium, walk, man. Right. I park by the garage by the McDonald's. But this goes into this isn't all just banter. I think this kind of goes into something today when I feel like right now what we've kind of stumbled on, and we'll get to other things, is reminding people why you're excited for a home opener, reminding people and little things like that. Like I miss
the walk.
I miss that long. I love my long walk down Floyd Street, man, and I pass up all the facilities. I pass up everything. And like I love that. I love that walk, man, to and from.
I love when there's games going on at the other facilities early where you can just peek in and see what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
The field hockey, the lacrosse, the tennis courts. Like you get to see these things, even the swim complex, like all of it.
Sure. And I think, you know what? I'll say this too. I think and this is going to be funny coming from me because we did so much after we went after a lot of leadership a lot of times for so long.
Right.
Now David Grissom, I still don't have much for, but everybody else, I think you owe it as a fan to the leadership. For the past year, for landing Chris Mack, for landing, for Vince Tyre taking this job and doing what he's done, for Neely Bendapudi, President Neely Bendapudi, doing what she's done. I think that we owe it to them. They're opening the parking lots early. I think they're opening the parking lots at noon.
Trying. They're absolutely trying.
They are doing everything they can to say, okay, this is feasible. This is, and I think we owe it to them to show up early, show up,
try.
Yeah, and just really, we owe it to them to go out and make this a good atmosphere. And I think that this Indiana State game could be the start of something different. Now, I've heard a little bit about the intro, some things. Of course, I can't say nothing. You're going to want to see this. I think tradition is being built a little bit, and it takes. Do you remember what happened that first NIT game last year? Against Northern Kentucky, where we come in and we're like, and I'm going to be honest, Marcus, I was like,
I know.
All the way up until about 2 hours before the game.
I know.
I was like, I don't know, man.
And I wasn't.
No, you wasn't. You wasn't. But I remember you talking about a pregame show, and I'll be honest. I was like, I'm not doing, or I'll come, but I'm not doing a pregame show for an NIT game. I'm just not. Like, I was very just poo-poo all over it. And I underestimated when I got there the energy that was in that place. And those NIT games, people are still today, we're talking about.
They were doing the wave, Steve.
It was amazing.
A stadium wave. And that wasn't in bed. Listen, people try to, is that how low you are? No. That's how much you know the situation's tough. That's how much you know tough situations. Your program has to still be a program.
That was the proudest moment. I mean, I got emotional a couple times during that Northern Kentucky and that Middle Tennessee State game. Literally, I mean that. Like, there was moments where I got emotional. It was like, we are the greatest fan base on planet Earth. I don't care. It may not be the biggest, may not be the everything, but this is the greatest fan base that can grab each other around the neck right now and be like, dude, it's tough. We're still fans, man. And there's people today still talk about, I hope this season that's a standard now. People are saying, you need to bring, we know that energy can be brought.
Right. And it's not just about winning energy. It's energy. Yeah, supportive energy.
So let's move to football. What I think Vince Tyree and the leadership has done, and the marketing team and everything has done, is they are trying to do this again with football. Now, what if everybody does go ahead and say, you know what? I'm pumped for this Indiana. Let's get in there and let's have some fun. And the atmosphere is now. Look, I'm not being stupid. I mean, I know it's not going to be Clemson-esque, top 5 game. But what if this is an atmosphere where we say, dude, Indiana State, we're bringing it like y'all are in the top 20. And
you don't think that your basketball team was liver when they saw the crowd's energy, when they felt the crowd's energy?
I think if that energy's not there, they lose to Northern Kentucky.
Of course you do. You get busted.
Because I thought they were going to lose. I'll admit it. I honestly thought.
Right.
Northern Kentucky had some. They have some good players. I mean, that's a team that if they get in, if they would have won their conference, they may have been a 14 seed. Like, they weren't. That's not a 16.
Yeah, they weren't a crap team.
Yeah, I mean, so I was like, I honestly thought, and I remember talking to you that day. I was like,
if you come out with a stinker effort, your season will end.
And they kind of did at first, but it took that team about 5 minutes to go, y'all, hey, we got to play. Like, because this place is, I mean, these dudes, you willed that team to a win. Those games.
And not to make this about basketball.
No.
To bring it
back to football, this team coming off that Alabama game.
You can do something for them.
They know they're better than the scores. And they know what guys like me and you say when we get mocked. They know that this team did go toe-to-toe with Alabama. And this team, with a play here, a play there, that wasn't a 51-14 type blowout game. Okay? So they know that. They know that in the film room. But when they come out of that place, and this place is rocking, and when the third quarter is in mid-third quarter, and look, I'm not trying to tell you if it's 10 o'clock at night and it's mid-fourth quarter and you're like, dude, I got kids, I got to go.
Right.
Leave. Like,
right.
Okay, I'm not trying to say like people that you got to think to the whatever. But when you're in that seat, you are as wild as you've ever been, and you're treating this game, you can start a complete new tradition for Louisville football. Because you know what happens then, Marcus? We have a blast Saturday. Everybody, you know what happened in the NIT? This is why I keep going back to this. Everybody said, Try to keep me out of that building for Middle Tennessee, because my attitude after Northern Kentucky was, I was like, man, I can't wait to that Middle Tennessee
and it was
State
a quick
game.
turnaround. You remember?
Yeah. And these Hilltoppers, they come in. Now, Brian's a Louisville fan first, but, there you go. But it's like, I look at Brian and I start to hear and Brian looks at me and we start to hear the whispers, and you're like, dang, it's gonna be ugly, man. Because people start saying, dude, Indiana State was rocking.
See,
like you got to get in there, man.
Right. And see, I'm gonna hijack your point.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna hijack your point and take it a totally different direction.
Perfect. Let's do that.
I'm gonna make it about the actual sport, Steve.
Oh.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna actually make it about the sport?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm gonna make it about the sport. I don't care who's out there. When you have another opponent in front of you and you can deliver a concentrated effort, that means you're focused on being a winning football team.
Yep.
I'm going to be looking at the line movement, because here's the thing. We're going to watch this game, and we're going to watch we're going to watch Louisville with the ball. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to snap it, right?
Yeah.
And we have a line that was supposed to be able to impose their running will on Alabama.
Yeah.
Or we felt like they had as good a chance as most colleges, not imposed, that's strong. But we felt like we will be able to move the ball and move some Alabama defenders around with the running game, right?
Right.
Bobby Petrino said he didn't really like Dave Williams not getting the extra yards, running harder. Maybe it was a little intimidation. Maybe he was tiptoeing a bit for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
Bobby Petrino still felt like we have the offensive line talent to move Alabama around too. Now they can make some plays and we can make some plays. Mm-hmm. We did not make the plays in the run game, right?
Right.
Here's what happens. You get out against Indiana State. If you execute the right way, you're gashing Indiana State.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately.
Yep. Yes.
12 yards, 13 yards, breakaway. We're talking about 3 runs in a row.
Yep.
If you have the same intensity that you were supposed to bring against Alabama, you gash them big time. You don't go out there 2 yard, 1 yard loss, fumble, snap, punt.
Yeah.
This is real football.
Yeah.
This is real execution. And most of all, this is mindset. So my stomach is going to be turning the exact way for Indiana State because I'm looking at it like a coach. I don't look at the final score. I don't look at season. I don't look at season records. I don't say this is a 9-3 team or 8-9-4 team. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I say who's focused, who will try to run over an Indiana State linebacker like they would a Virginia linebacker. If you're not willing to lower your head and try to blow a hole through a player at Indiana State, then you're not going to do it against Virginia. You're not going to do it against Boston College. Then I'm going to start saying if the players are not doing it, if I can't find a player to do that by the end of the Indiana State game, then I'm saying, okay, what are they being taught? What are they being coached?
Fair.
So I'm not trying to artificially bring up the intensity. I'm telling you how coaches work. I'm telling you how analysts view their sports. Yeah. They view it as, how do you treat your competition? Do you treat them with respect? When NFL scouts come in, when they say this guy shows up for big games, but plays down to his competition, people think at home you say, oh, that's a gamer. No, that's a loser.
Yeah.
That's a loser who won't be prepared for big games. So when I make this about football against Indiana State, and when I'm not joking around.
No, I know.
I'm sitting in this seat, and I'm, like I said, I might look at the left side of the offensive line the first play. If you don't blow your man off the line, I mean, and look, Indiana State is going to have Division I players, it's at some places. You know,
I mean, yes. I mean, they got guys that were the best player on their team.
Right. It's not going to be just a whitewash of walk-on, team, right?
Right.
But that's my point. If you don't blow your guy 4 yards off the line, if people are getting in the backfield and touching Day Williams and touching Colin Wilson and touching Juwan Pass, if they're touching my guys early, then you didn't have the focus, and you know what y'all thought? You bought into it was Alabama, and you're a loser.
Absolutely.
I'm being harsh with that on purpose. You're a loser if you don't come in here and you're not a loser now, but you're like a long-term loser. Like you're going to lose. You're going to pay for this.
Yeah.
If you don't come out with full focus. So the reason I made that about football, because I want people to understand this is not just let's go take pictures of the stadium and take selfies of the stadium. There is football and development to be had in the game.
Well, because there's a lot on the table for this team. Losing to Alabama doesn't end anything. There's a ton on the table. Did you see Florida State the other night? I know you talked about it yesterday a little bit. Florida State's beatable. Not only is Florida State beatable, you're a better football team.
And Florida State can come in here and tear your butt up.
And that's the point. That's the point. You're a better football team than probably everybody on your schedule left, other than maybe.
Or can
can
be with the intensity.
Other than Clemson. I think that I don't know, man.
Intensity.
I think you may be a better football team than anybody but Clemson.
Intensity is the difference between you and the difference between you. And I'm gonna say this in the nicest way.
Yeah.
Your intensity level at all times is going to be you working a job with 3-4 years of NFL behind your resume.
Yep.
Or you coming out of college and working a job.
No, absolutely.
And I'm sorry, fellas. Like I'm sorry, but I need your team to understand that. I need the coaches to understand that development time. Like I know why the guys made the mistakes.
Yeah. And
I can say, coaches, I know why you gave them a pass, but there's no more passes.
No.
Because this team it has the fan base and the university staff and everybody can see talent on this field. And now there's too small of a step between having a good team and not having a good team. It's too close of a line for you not to be able to get them, focused.
10-2 puts you in a New Year's Six bowl. That's where I say you got to, as a player, take every game. I know this is such coach
USC got beat like 56-3 in their first game against Alabama.
Yes. They made the Rose Bowl.
Right.
Now rebuttal to that is somebody's going to go, yeah, but USC had Juju Smith and they had Adoree Jackson and Sam Darnold. Okay. And this Louisville team right now, out of their 22 starters, you realize they have about 12 that will probably be picked in the first 4 rounds of the NFL draft when they come out. So, okay, I'll give you that.
Yep.
So we're in the same. So then, I'll make that same argument back and forth. But the point is you take now, if you look at every game and I know, like I said, I know it's so coach speak, but if you say and even as a fan, beat Indiana State. Okay. I'm not thinking about anything else. Beat Western Kentucky.
Beat them this play. Beat them a quarter.
Yes.
Beat them as bad as you can every play.
You'll look up going into Clemson, 7-1. You'll be ranked in the top 15. You'll be going into a game that they're going to be hyping up as one of the biggest games of the season. You're going in ready to, if we beat Clemson, we're in a playoff hunt. Now, here's the deal. Everything I've seen up to this point right now, I pick against Louisville in that game right now. I'll be honest. You lose that game at Clemson. Now
it's Florida State a pick 'em right now.
No, I don't. No, absolutely not. I think Louisville's better than Florida State. Florida State, right? Vegas thinks Louisville's better than Florida State.
My problem is the Florida State chip on the shoulder. You got to give them 3 points.
Okay.
Like I don't know if Vegas factored in.
No, I think Vegas got Louisville by 10.
They went up to 3. Last time I saw was Louisville by 3.
Okay.
But see, I would have tried to outsmart Vegas with that one and said, dude, they got a different little chip on their shoulder with Louisville.
They probably do, because Louisville, for everybody that is crapped on the Louisville program, Louisville's passed up Florida State. And
you hear how mad I got yesterday?
Yes.
About Jared Stillman.
And you should. You should have, because I got just as angry listening to that. Like we acted like that's but Florida State sucks. As a Louisville program fan, we went from saying I would give anything to just play, just to hang and play with Florida State, to where we look. I remember
in less than 36 months.
I remember watching everybody run on the field. We couldn't, because we had to leave. We were freshmen and in high school, and my shoes were soaked, and I was soaked. And I remember thinking in my head, "This is as good as football gets. I'll never see anything greater."
It was a championship.
Yes, we won the national championship because we beat Florida State. And you say, and now you look at Florida State. You say, when you compare them to Louisville, you go, a national guy, Jared Stillman, says, "Yeah, but Florida State sucks compared to Louisville." That's what you're saying.
That's what you said. It came out of your mouth.
Yes.
That came out of your mouth. Somebody who should know better.
Maybe he does know better. What if he's saying it? What if what he's saying is truth? Then that shuts down any argument you got for me as far as where we're headed as a program. Because if what he's saying is truth, then we've passed up Florida State. So that's what I'm saying. You're playing right now as a Louisville football program. Okay, you got beat by Alabama. We're headed to I'm expecting. Let's go New Year's 6. Let's go 10-2.
Quick commercial break. Let's reset the show. Midday with Marcus Maven, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 Ville.
Chances are you've recently talked about it or thought about it.